Hello Year 4, welcome to our second and hopefully last week of remote learning. As you can see, I don't have a Christmas jumper on, I still can't find it. I do have one in the post, so hopefully it arrives in time, but I'm going to bring in a special guest for the remaining videos this week. Introducing Gary the Gonk. He's going to be my little buddy. Unfortunately, I don't have Mr. Needs to help me teaching, so he's going to be my little assistant, and hopefully at some point my cat might surface around here today, and we'll see if we can get him in a couple of videos as well. So let's have a really positive start to the week. Today you get to write your beginnings, your introductions and first subheading for your non-chronological reports. So I'm going to share my screen so you can see the PowerPoint. Getting good at this now. Okay. So to write a non-chronological report, just have a little think about what that means again, non-chronological. Think about what chronological means, relate it back. Again, can you practice a few of these words? You've seen them quite often now. Hopefully they're starting to become second nature. There's a couple that you're still getting wrong. Focus on those ones today, even if it's just one word that you're writing in a line, then putting it in a sentence, okay? We've only got a couple more days of practicing these ones, so really try your best to make sure you're confident spelling them. What I would then like you to do is have a look at your planning notes from Thursday's lesson. It's really important that we're using those and the ones from Friday later in the week, because they're going to inform our writing. They're going to help our structure. We've already got some ideas there. So the main focus really is our handwriting, our spellings, and then our linking devices to combine it all together into a nice flowing non-chronological report. So, as I mentioned, we are going to be finalizing our titles with Latin technical names, hopefully, and then writing our introductions and our first subheadings, which is all based on the appearance of our creatures, of our flanimals. So if you want to do that as independently as possible, go for it. We obviously can't do a shared write together, but I have created some examples on the next couple of slides. So please use those. You might want to magpie a couple of adjectives. If you're not sure what one of the adjectives means, it may be a great use of your time just to quickly research that on Google or in a dictionary, and it might be one that you want to use for yourself. I've skipped past the title because I showed you that in my planning already, and that shouldn't really change too much. So let's move straight on to my introduction. No subheading for an introduction, just like in every other text. So I'm going to read this out. You be listening, thinking about which words you really like, thinking about some sentence openers that you may want to magpie to make your work more cohesive. So, life beyond Earth is a matter that has been discussed for centuries and centuries. However, with so many recent UFO sightings in the southern American states, has it got you wondering if there is indeed life on planet Zoodophon? Well, in an amazing revelation, the most spectacular scientists on Earth revealed yesterday a list of over 350 known species which have been hidden from humans for over 2,000 years. One creature, the spectravload, is thought to be the size of 3 double-decker buses and can stalk its prey from over 17 miles away. Extraordinary. If you want to find out more about this incredible creature and many other fascinating flanimals on planet Zoodophon, then please read on. You'll notice in here, I've tried to get some alliteration. I've used cohesive devices. I've used a short sentence for effect. It's just these short sentences here. Life beyond Earth is a matter that has been discussed for centuries and centuries. In our planning notes, we may not have had anything like that. So our focus, instead of just writing today, is thinking about how I can make my report, each paragraph, a bit more padded out for detail and interest of the reader. Okay. Subheading one example, our subheadings do require some form of mini title, some sort of heading. Okay, so I used a thesaurus to find a synonym, a word that means or has a very similar meaning to fascinating, and I got scintillating. So, what does a scintillating spectral look like? As you can see from the picture below, at the bottom of this subheading, you'll have your flanimal stuck in. The spectral has many abnormal characteristics. Possessing 14 eyes the size of ostrich eggs, this incredible creature can spot its prey over 15 miles away. Its ability to hide is not quite as spectacular. It has a luminous yellow brain, which they steal from their mother upon birth, that rests on top of its empty wooden skull. Finally, as you can see from the picture below, the spectral has legs made from the most explosive dynamite known to man, and aliens for that matter. The last thing you want to do near this dangerous creature is, believe it or not, sneeze. Okay, I've seen lots of your amazing ideas. I cannot wait to see you start incorporating those into your writing. Lots of detail, lots of powerful adjectives and verbs, capital letters and full stops correctly as a bit of a challenge X. Do you think you can use a fronted adverbial with that comma after it that we were working on in SPAG last week? Have fun. Thank you. Goodbye.